Welcome! It's a great day to be a miner because we got some new hardware, baby. We're gonna open this up. We're gonna get the dopamine flowing. But first, let's go ahead and spin that intro. And here we are again with some amazing new hardware to unbox. Let's do a quick disclaimer. So this was paid for with our own cold, hard-earned cash, and therefore the opinions are that of our own. It's not a sponsored video. So yes, what do we have here before us? We have three items. We picked all three up from AliExpress. In a previous video, we picked up a really cheap, nice Bitcoin solo miner from Temu. Yeah, it was only like 70 bucks. You can check that video out above. It was the Lucky Miner LV06. So if you want to, go ahead and check that video out. That thing is just hashing away and has been actually pretty reliable since we've set it up, running about 500 gigahash. But we've got a number of different type miners here. So yeah, we're gonna unbox them. We're gonna go over the specs, the features, how much we paid, and of course, the most important part, whether or not you should buy it. So yeah, without further ado, you know what time it is, baby. RGB knife, engage. All right, so you're probably saying, hey, Altair, what's in the box? You probably already know what's in the box because you saw the thumbnail and you read the title, but we're gonna pretend like you have no idea what we have here. And of course, you can tell the patented shipping Temu type or AliExpress type overseas shipping tape that they use. I don't know why they always use this yellow tape, but it feels like a lot of my stuff that comes from AliExpress always gets that yellow tape. All right, so let's see what's in this first one. All right, so first and foremost, we've got our power cord. This is just a standard power cord. We have a AC adapter, power adapter. That's a good one right here. This is a 5-volt, 30-watt mid-type brick. That means it's a 6 amp. So that's a solid power supply, especially for what it's going to be running. So this is a NerdAxe, and it comes with its own custom 3D printed sheath, which of course, if this was a Gamma and you're running that, you're probably going to overheat because it does not have the ventilation for a Gamma. So yeah, it's a really sharp looking case though, and it's got the big NerdAxe screen on it. And then this really puny 10mm thick fan under there. But again, this is not the BM1370 chip that a Gamma has. This is a lesser, it's probably a 1368 chip, I think it is. So yeah, there is the first one. And again, we'll go over the price and the specs, and we'll set these things up mining as we go along. But first, let's get them all unboxed. We're just gonna do all three at once. All three should be different variations. So this one's interesting. It came in a box and I think I'd stop breaking glass by now. Okay, so anyway, that's a lot to clean up. All right, inside of the little packing bag, this one's kind of nifty. Okay, comes in its own little case. It is a NMaxe NerdAxe open source ASIC solo miner. It says hash rate 500 to 550 gigahashes, dual core processor, and then they give you a place to get the manual. So we'll set that as well. We'll just do a quick open on it and look at it. It comes with a manual right inside. Has a USB-C power cord, so that's interesting. I think this one is actually powered by USB-C. And then it has a wall plug with a USB-C out. And then here is the NMaxe. It doesn't look as good right now because we got to get the covering off of the plexiglass, but this is interesting. So this is it's almost like a Raspberry Pi type stand. Again, we'll do a closer look up of all of these things. So yeah, this is really interesting because it's still got its standard barrel jack here, the 5.5mm jack, but on the top, it has a USB-C power jack. So I guess you could probably run it off of either. So that's kind of nifty. So yeah, we'll check this one out here in a bit. Let's set that one aside. Now for the coup de grace. That means awesome miner, by the way, in French, coup de grace. Just keep that in mind. So this is another Bitaxe Gamma. It comes with a really nice elongated pamphlet here. What company is this even from? It just says Bitaxe Gamma. Doesn't even have a company name, just Bitaxe Gamma, and a really nice detailed guide, troubleshooting, monitoring. This is pretty nice. Okay, so now in the box, never got a Gamma in such a big box. We've got a nice foam covering. Look how well this one's done. This is an interesting. That was a test to make sure that the durability of the case. Good. It's good, people. Nothing to see here. Okay. Bitaxe Gamma with a nice custom. Look at this 3D print case. This is a really nice one. Looks kind of like I could print this easily off of my own 3D printer. This one's a really nice case. Hey, future altered with an altered future. So yeah, long story short, we recorded a whole bunch and the audio was fried on it. So we're circling back. We have these all set up. They're super nice. They're all running really well. So let's talk about some of the things that we had already previously talked about before we get it set up, and then we'll go over the price and all that fun stuff. So first and foremost, this Gamma is very much unique, and I wanted to point out some reason why it's unique. Number one, I've never seen any that have like this metal inlay all the way around the heatsink that's actually on the PCB. It's almost like a foil lining that goes around. That's just one aspect. Number two, it has all 4 pins in the cooler mount, and I'm sure that actually helps to add in more even pressure. A lot of them only use the corners, which then you have, you know, ability to sway and not actually get a nice even pressure on the chip. Another thing is it does come with the dual plugs and for the fan outlets, the mini and the regular 4-pin, and that's not unique. Many other ones do that. This one actually came with a little plug in the mini, like a nice little just cap. So that's like a above and beyond quality of life. They have a little heat sink already applied on the front of the board right here, real tall, but it is aluminum, but it's right here. We'll do a close-up look at this guy here in a minute. And then another really unique thing is this wire here. There's a little plug with a wire. This is an antenna wire for your NIC, your wireless NIC, your network card. And it has a little wireless card in the back of this. I had, of course, as soon as I saw that plug, I had to open it up and check this thing out because, of course, that's unique. That's different. Most Gammas don't have that. It's integrated into the board. One other thing is it does have the boot and reset buttons. Some boards have it, some don't, but they're in unique place. There's one here, one boot, one's reset here and here. So that's quite unique. And yeah, I mean, this is not a typical Gamma or even Bitaxe, and trust me, I've had many, and this is not a typical setup. So anyway, this one is hashing away. It's been running just fine. Temperature's decent at 60 C. The room ambient in here is a little warmer than normal. Gigahash it's running about anywhere between 1 to 1.2 on stock settings, terahash rather. So yeah, that's the Bitaxe Gamma that we picked up. It's really, really nice, really unique. So there's that guy. I'm sure it has a lot more headroom. We just haven't tried to push it. This PSU is surprisingly hot for the amount of power that it's running. So yeah, that's that one. Then we have our NerdAxe. The NerdAxe has it is not the NerdAxe Gamma. It is a NerdAxe, I believe it's like the Bitaxe Supra. It's the BM1368 chip instead of the BM1370 chips. But it's running about 450 gigahash. The thing you have to caution with these is, yes, this case looks super cool, super awesome, but it doesn't have proper ventilation on it. So it does have slots on the side and whatnot, but that doesn't give it really good cooling. For the smaller chip, that would work fine. If you were trying to run the Bitaxe Gamma NerdAxe, there's no way it would work in that kind of enclosure. This guy though is super cool. I'm really digging this one. It's running currently 520 gigahash, but this thing is sweet. Like it's nice. Like it's different. It has the clear plexiglass enclosure. It's kind of built like they have the new Bitaxe Hex with the clear plastic, or like a lot of Raspberry Pis use a case design like this where you have like a stacked tower with the plexiglass. On the back, it does come with a little heat sink. It can be powered. They actually power in this one with the USB-C, but it does have the barrel jack, and a lot of your Bitaxe boards you could probably power either way. You've got your boot and reset toggles. The screen on this one is unique, and the screen is a lot cooler than a lot of the other ones. Again, we'll go ahead and do a quick close-up look of all three of these so you can really get a feel of how they look and what they're doing. So let's do a quick close-up look and then we'll come back. Ready, go. Okay, the setup on these things went really well, really smooth, pretty much the same as any other Bitaxe setup we've done. If you need to have instructions on that, check out the video above. It goes in depth on all those ins and outs. But yeah, everything set up pretty quickly. I believe that the only one that was slightly different was this guy, but it was still really straightforward, and they actually come with really good instructions if I bothered to read those instructions instead of throw them through the glass, but I digress. Setup on these were really simple. So now let's talk about how much I paid and how much they are currently going for, since it's been a little while since I picked these up. So what did I pay? I paid for the Bitaxe Gamma, I paid $170, and these are total cost to door, rounding, of course, probably it was like 169 and some change, so 170. The NMaxe I paid 80, and the NerdAxe I paid 80. That was two door, and again, these were all from AliExpress, and so AliExpress, Temu, all those places are kind of the same. A lot of them ship from overseas, so be wary of that. So what do they cost now? So this exact same model would cost you $215 to door. This one would cost $104, and this one is now up to $135 rather. So yeah, there's how much I paid for these guys. Now, let's talk about ROI. Should you buy these? Whether it's worth it. So first and foremost, not financial advice, but it's kind of, will these ever earn you anything? Probably not. The chances of ever hitting a block with one of these kind of technologies are very, very slim. But there is a chance. There is a chance that someday I'm going to wake up and all of my nerdiness is going to pay off and I'll have hit a Bitcoin block and you'll hear me yelling yippee yippee across all the socials. So it's that chance. It's that chance of getting $400,000, $300,000 off of a $100 piece of equipment on very low power usage. A piece of equipment that, if it's set up properly and it's cooled properly, can just run for years and you don't have to do anything to it. Maybe an occasional reboot if something happens with your network, but you set it, you forget it. Or the alternative is they're really fun devices. They're part of a way to get involved in the blockchain, to be part of Bitcoin, to be part of Bitcoin Cash or any other associated blockchain. It's fun to tinker with these things, to change the cooling, to overclock them, to see how far you can push them and still be stable. Like that's a lot of the fun for me, is the technology piece. It's not necessarily the I'm just trying to get rich and buying all these lottery tickets. But remember, there is a chance, right? With all that being said, should you go out and buy 10 of these and all these different variants like I do? No, please don't. Please don't go waste your money and buy a whole bunch of different variants just to have them. And especially if you don't have expendable income. Yeah, these things don't use much electricity, but if you're putting yourself in a financial hardship to buy a piece of mining equipment, don't do it. Don't do it. Be smart with your money. So yeah, I think we're going to go ahead and wrap up on that. If you have any questions, concerns, make sure to post them down in the comments. Tell me what you think. What do you think of these three devices? Are they worth the money? Are any of them worth the money? Is it better to buy one of these for 80 bucks that is doing half the hash rate, or better to do one of these that are doing double the hash rate for near double the cost? Tell me your thoughts down below. What cool solo miners are you running? What miners are you running? What are you mining right now? So yeah, that about wraps it up. If you're new to mining and you need some help, make sure to join the Misfit Mining Discord. Always plenty of seasoned vets in there willing to help you out. And if you like the video, you know what to do. Smash that like button and subscribe for future content. Thanks for coming along and enjoy the ride. How well this one's done. This is an interesting